Hi everyone and welcome back to another video of Two Tickets Please. Today we have a very interesting video where we are doing a review of Ryanair in the true middle seat experience. So as you can see, today's flight was extremely cheap. It was only €8 99 cents, so about 10 US dollars, which is honestly the cheapest that I've ever booked a flight for. So I'm very excited to show this video to you guys. So right now we're in the Santiago de Compostela airport en route to Barcelona. Our flight will be leaving soon, so I'm quickly going to show you guys what the airport looks like. It's not going to take that long because honestly, this airport is quite small to say the least. It is basically one long rectangle. There are only a few gates and there's not much going on. You can see there are a couple of eating places, but not that many places to go to. In the defense of the airport, it does have very nice seating areas, so it is very comfortable if you have to wait, but it's quite expensive to buy food here. So I would buy food before or eat before coming to this airport. Over here, you can see that they have the VIP lounge. Right here, you can see they have the VIP lounge. If you do have the AENA status and you can go into any of their VIP lounges, then you might be interested in it. But keep in mind that it is a extremely small lounge compared to the others. And if you're going to be paying individually, so €40 just to go in there, it is oftentimes closed anyways. And there's not that many amenities as with the other ones. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. The airport is quite good. It's got Wi-Fi, it's got good bathrooms, it's got great places to lie down, stretch out, even take a nap if you'd like. So it's honestly exactly the same except for the food aspect. The airport was very neat and there are not a lot of people in the airport. I've been here a couple of times and it's been quite empty each time. They also have a couple of vending machines with some cheap water for about €1 10 and a couple of snacks as well, but they are also on the more expensive side. So I'm not sure if that is exactly what you are looking for if you're going there. They do have free water at the water fountains. If you have an empty water bottle, you can refill your bottle for free. So here we are at the boarding gates. There are two different zones. You have priority and non-priority. Priority allows a cabin bag as well as a small bag, and you do have to pay extra for that. And they get to board first, technically. And then after that is the non-priority, which allows only a small bag that can fit underneath the seat in front of you, which is the one that I was in. So for Ryanair flights, what's very common is that they don't attach a jet bridge. So the passengers from the previous flight will just get off outside and they will walk into the airplane. And the same for the passengers that are boarding, like we did. We had to leave the airport and walk up the ladders onto the plane. So that's very common for Ryanair, as you guys can see over here. I honestly don't mind the experience. I think it's quite nice being able to see the airplane in that way. It's quite fun, but I do understand that in different weather, it might not be that fun to do. There was pretty good leg room on board, and the seats were quite comfortable, even though this was a much older model. So here on the screen, you can see this is their app where you can order food on. This is on a QR code on the back of your seat, so you can find this there, and then you can find all the different food options and drink options that they have. I honestly think that their food options are not that bad, especially the €9.90 meal option. So you can get a main hot meal and a drink as well as a snack. I think it's pretty good value for it. And oftentimes, if I didn't have time to eat at the airport or I didn't bring food, I will have this on board Ryanair. I don't think it's that bad. I think a lot of people oftentimes complain about the food, but In reality, it is airplane food. It's not going to be the best ever, but I do think that it's not that expensive for airplane food. Overall, for this flight, it was super cheap, only €8.90. So I really wanted to make sure that this was the true Ryanair experience. I wasn't going to choose to sit in a certain seat. I wasn't going to choose to have extra legroom. I was going to stay in a middle seat in the rows with the least amount of legroom. And I wasn't going to order anything on board or any extra frills that make it slightly more comfortable. Let's take a look at the tray table. It is quite big, so that's nice. However, it is extremely wonky, not very stable, so I wouldn't really trust putting a laptop on there. And then they have the safety instructions on the back so that there is no seat pocket. And then they do have air vents, which is really nice. I do like having that. So I'm quickly going to go over how I found the flight. Honestly, I had a lot of leg space for someone who is quite short and had the least amount of space than other people on the plane. So I thought it was a really good experience overall. I just downloaded a podcast and listened to that. And it was a very short flight. And I think for short flights, Ryanair is quite a good option. Now, honestly, the boarding process was really, really hectic. It was not planned out very well, and they had two gates so people can go from the back or the front. And oftentimes, the people that are sitting in the front will enter through the back gate, and people from the back will enter from the front gate. So it took such a long time to actually get to my seat because I kept having to maneuver past other people. Other than that, if you have noise cancelling earphones and you can buy a snack on board, I think then it is a really fine option for flying anywhere. And especially for the price that it comes at, it really is very difficult for other airlines to compete with this airline. So when you are flying into the Barcelona airport, just keep in mind which terminal you are flying into. It is a huge airport, and if you are doing a layover and you have to change to a different terminal, like I did, you are definitely going to be needing to use their free shuttle bus, which takes about 5 minutes in between the different terminals. So follow the signs until you get to it, and you'll be able to get to your terminal that you'll be leaving from. So don't stress too much about that. It is a very big airport, and sometimes that can be very stressful for a lot of people. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed filming it. I thought it was such a fun video to do, and I would love to make more videos like these. So please make sure to like and subscribe to our videos and stay tuned for more reviews of flights, trains, and buses.